Hi, thanks for tuning into this video. So this sort of accompanies a video I did a few days ago where I went through making the lead sound from Defunct by Daft Punk. So in this one I'm going to go through making the 303 sound from it. Again, I'm using just the Deluge, no external equipment, it's all done on here. And I've just also recently launched a Patreon, I think I'm saying that right, whether it's Patreon or Patreon, I don't know, I'm going to call it Patreon anyway, page to help support my channel. And on there you can get lots of exclusive content. So what I will do, for those of you who have subscribed on there to the All Singing, All Dancing tier of subscription, which is only $3.50 a month, and you're going to get loads and loads of free stuff. So go and support me and you'll get free stuff. But yes, what I will do on there is I will put the Deluge file for this track on there. So at the moment, I mean, this may develop over time. So just go through the bits for you. At the moment, we've got the lead line, and then we've got the basic drum patterns. I've kind of made that sound. I've got the bass, which is very straightforward, and then the 303 sound. Okay, so if I stick a link to that on the Patreon page, for those of you who want to go and subscribe and get the additional free stuff, then you can just load the whole thing into your Deluge. You will have all the notes in there for the lead line and the 303 part, and you can go and do a cover version of Defunct by Daft Punk. And if I change it in the future and add more to it, because I may actually just put the whole song together in an arrangement, then I'll just update the file or put it as a separate one. So anyway, let's crack on with this one. So we're going to recreate the 303 sound, this, using just the Deluge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, this is the 303 track, I'm going to copy that down to here. I'm going to go straight in with a new synth. So now, okay, it's going to sound nothing like. So let's just turn it down a little bit. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go through making a very, very basic 303 sound. There is a more in-depth video to making 303 sounds on my channel, which I'll link in I will link in the description. So to kind of emulate a 303, we're going to have a single oscillator. So we're just going to be using oscillator 1, which is up at 50. And we're going to use the analog square just because it says analog. Because we can, why not? So what we're going to do is we're going to map. Actually, let's do the envelopes first. So envelope 1, which is our amp envelope, we're going to just basically have a what I call a note on, note off envelope, which is going to be sustain up at 50, everything else down at 0. Okay, so we're going to get that. Turn it up a little bit now because it's a bit quiet. So obviously you've got control of the resonance and oh, wrong one. Okay, so we've obviously got control as normal over those bits, but the magic from the 303 sounds happens in the envelope settings. So what we're going to do on the frequency, we're going to map that to envelope 2. And let's just whack that up to full for now. Okay. So we start to get this kind of sweep down depending on where we put the envelope. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to map the envelope amount to custom 2. So all we've got to do that, make sure that one is flashing fast and that one is flashing slow. Let's just go through that again. So what you would do is select frequency, then select your amp 2, then just hold learn and turn that. So I've now got control of that one from custom 2. If we then look at the settings on envelope 2, we're going to have a 0 attack and 0 release, and we can play about with the sustain and the decay levels. I'm going to take the sustain right down for now and the decay down a bit. So we've got a quick. Now what we can also do to sort of emulate the 303 is we can kind of the decay amount is one of the things that we want to look at. So I'm going to map that to custom 3. So we've now got. Okay, so that's going to give us our basic kind of 303 sound. with our controls for it and so on. So there's not a lot else to actually do to get this kind of the Daft Punk sound. The original one would obviously, I'm guessing, have been done on an original 303 and then fed through some sort of distortion unit, but we're just going to use all the internal shenanigans in the Deluge. So let me think what I've got to do then. So frequency we're going to have off. Okay, so we're going to turn that right down. I'll change that in a second. Or is it off that way? Oh, that way, at 0. Amp envelope we're going to have at, if I can remember rightly, about 35. And obviously you can tweak these to taste. Resonance we're going to have at 26. And what I'll do is I'll play it. No, I won't play it yet because it doesn't sound anything like it yet. So we've done that amp envelope. That's as it was before. What else have we got to do? Right, the decay is so this is amp envelope 2 decay is about at 34. Okay, so we're starting to sound a little bit more like that now. I think sustain I had down at 0. Now to get the kind of distortion effect, we're going to use the saturation. So we're going to turn the saturation up to about 5. Okay, so straight away that is now giving us a much closer sound to what we want. On the polyphony mode, we want it on legato. And portamento, just to give it a nice glidey slide, I had that on about 28. Now, one thing I found, I don't know if I did this on purpose or by accident, but I found that if I map the decay of envelope 2 to envelope 2, so it's kind of the envelope's enveloping itself, if that makes any sense. It kind of sounds even better. It kind of opens it up a little bit more. So if I dial that in, I had this on about 38. So what I'm doing is, let's just go back on that one. I'm selecting the decay of envelope 2 and I'm patching it into itself, into envelope 2. So it just makes it growl a bit more doing that. Okay, so we're there, I'll put 38 on that. And that is basically it. How to get that sound. And we can then, as soon as you bring the filter in, it kind of loses the a lot of the growl. So, but then we can mess about with the. Put a bit of delay on, perhaps. So yeah, there we go. So that's how to make your Deluge growl like Daft Punk's 303. So hopefully that's fairly straightforward. I know I went through those settings quite quick. What I will also do, I think, on the All Singing All Dancing package of the Patreon page, I will put a little document in there with all the settings in for you as well, so you can see what's mapped to what, as well as the file for this. Obviously, if you've got the file, you've got it anyway. But in case you want to sort of tweak all the settings, so I'll put the settings in there for the lead line and the settings in there for the 303 sound. So to go to the Patreon page if you want to subscribe to that to help support the channel and get all this extra content, there will be a link in the description for this video. There'll also be an info card will pop up halfway through this video, and also on my header on my YouTube channel there is a little link that says Patreon exclusive content. So click on that. There are 2 tiers of subscription. There is a basic one which is $1 a month where you'll get a certain amount of free stuff, and then there is another one that is $3.50 a month, which gives you everything. And there's going to be loads and loads of content coming on there on a regular basis, and lots of my Deluge files as well. Patches for synths, Ableton Live stuff, loads of stuff, loops and all kind of things. And also like a PDF books that I'm sort of making and I say books, kind of more like documents, but PDF books on sound design, music production, and all that kind of stuff. So go subscribe, help subscribe the channel. No, go subscribe and help support the channel, because I do this all for free. So I'm trying to make a bit of a living out of it now. And it's a fairly nominal amount. So I hope this was of interest to you. Usual things, like, comment, share the videos around, hit the little bell on the description so you get notifications of my new videos when I can't really. Monday morning, I'm struggling today. I've not had any coffee yet. I need to go and have coffee before I do any more recording. Yeah, and then, you know, check my music out if you like that kind of stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in whatever I do next. Cheers.